change jobs changers had a wage increase of 6.6%. Hey, folks, before the market even opens today, there's going to be two major stories you need to be aware of. First, the Supreme Court. They're expected to rule on tariffs, possibly as soon as Friday. That decision could have real consequences for inflation and ultimately interest rates. Secondly, ADP payroll numbers. You know how I feel about those, but those just came out this morning, and headlines, well, they're surprising when it came to the jobs market. So when you put these two things together, policy risk, labor market data, they tell us a lot about where the Federal Reserve stands and what could happen to interest rates next. So if you're watching this video, most likely you're a homeowner. You might be a home buyer. You might even be a realtor or loan officer trying to figure out what the heck's going to go on with those and the whys behind it. Well, today we got a juicy stories for you. We got the Supreme Court coming in on Friday. Are they going to give us a decision? I don't know, but we're going to talk about tariffs and what the Supreme Court's ruling could do to interest rates. But the first thing is, let's go over to ADP payroll numbers. Now, I know you know how I feel about these things. So if you go to the ADP payroll numbers, here's what they came in today. You go to the economic calendar, the last reading was a negative 30,000. They expected to go up to close to 50,000. It came in about 41,000. That's not all the good news. If you really dive into it, what we also got today is right through here, how much wage growth was. So if you really dig into that data, that number was surprising as well. So let's get over to it right through here. ADP payroll numbers came in, 41,000 new jobs were created. That gives us stability. But over here, if you stayed on the same job, you're most likely got a 4.4% raise over the last year. Now, don't blame me, and if you said you didn't get a raise, that's not on me. This is just data that we're going to go over. But if you change jobs changers had a wage increase of 6.6%. So even if you think inflation's running at 3%, you're still gaining more than what inflation's at.